いい感じだな。
Video game franchises often reinvent themselves by ensuring each new release serves as an entry point for both long-standing fans and new fans. This strategy maintains broad appeal, granting creative liberty in story and character development. However, certain franchises, including Like a Dragon, formerly known as Yakuza in the West, opt for an overarching narrative. The latest installment, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, is noteworthy for integrating elements from the series' past more than previous titles, casting both veteran and fresh protagonists into the limelight. This approach has generated significant anticipation, yet whether it meets these high expectations is not a simple yes or no. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth unfolds subsequent to the events of Yakuza Like a Dragon. The narrative reintroduces protagonist Ichiban Kasuga, now revered as Yokohama's hero. Despite enjoying a stable job and a dependable social network, Ichiban's life takes an unexpected turn. A failed date and sudden unemployment led him to Hawaii to seek his elusive mother, inadvertently entangling him in a new web of conspiracies. Here, he forges an alliance and reconnects with Kiryu Kazuma, another series protagonist. But he's also currently embroiled in his own dire circumstances. The game's pacing is peculiar, with a strong start that meticulously sets the stage for characters and their evolving predicaments. However, the narrative's later segments do feel rushed, culminating in an underwhelming finale. The story then bifurcates, altering between Ichiban in Hawaii and Kiryu in Japan. This dual narrative then weaves seemingly unrelated tales that gradually intertwine. In Hawaii, Ichiban's journey involves gang confrontations, corrupt power holders, and a quest to find his mother, unveiling implications far beyond his expectations. Meanwhile, Kiryu grapples with his past and the legacy he's inadvertently crafted. The distinctive narrative tone of each setting ensures that neither feels outstayed or monotonous. The series' trademark variety is intensified in Infinite Wealth, particularly in the extensive Hollywood setting, bustling with shops, sub-stories, and minigames. Despite initial concerns about the locale's size, it proves to be pleasantly navigatable, avoiding the pitfall of becoming burdensome. The game is rich with franchise-typical content, including whimsical sub-stories and extravagant minigames. From a Crazy Taxi-inspired food delivery challenge to a comprehensive Pokemon-like game called Sujimon, Infinite Wealth boldly diversifies gameplay more than any prior series entry. Moreover, the beloved karaoke feature returns, boasting an extensive song list. A notable addition to this game is Dondoko Island, akin to a simplified version of Animal Crossing. While these side activities initially seem daunting, they are in fact quite approachable and add layers of entertainment without becoming overly tedious. However, not every game element is a hit. Personal preference may lead some activities like shogi to appeal less to certain players. A particularly lackluster aspect is the optional dungeons, introduced later in the story. These dungeons just seem to consist of monotonous rooms and repetitive enemy encounters that represent a low point in the game design and are unfortunately the most effective way to level up characters and jobs. Conversely though, Infinite Wealth's battle system marks a significant improvement over its predecessor. The incorporation of limited character movement and the strategic use of environmental objects during combat enrich the gameplay experience. The revised job system adds depth, with each role carrying distinctive gameplay implications and the ability to retain certain abilities across each job.
最高の気分だぜ。お？
Exploration is a focal point in Infinite Wealth, with the majority of optional content located in Hawaii. Players can uncover items, engage in fishing, and unlock safes. Swimming in the ocean introduces additional, albeit limited, activities. In Japan, Kiryu's storyline is central, allowing players to delve into his past and ponder the events of previous games. These reflective moments not only enhance Kiryu's combat abilities, but also serve as a nod to longtime fans, intertwining gameplay with emotional narrative depth. The game heavily relies on players' familiarity with the previous installments, particularly to grasp the full emotional weight of Kiryu's journey. As such, new players are encouraged to experience earlier titles before delving into Infinite Wealth. Character interactions are the highlight of this adventure, with the return of drinks links, enabling deeper connections with the characters at hub bars. Each protagonist has unique drink links, offering rich insights into their respective party members. But despite these engaging dynamics, some characters join too late in the story to leave a lasting impact. Discussing Infinite Wealth's narrative without spoiling is challenging due to its deep ties to the series' histories. Kasuga's arc, characterized by his naive charm, stands out, particularly in his confrontations with antagonists and the exploration of his past. Though the narrative occasionally sidelines these themes, the execution is generally nuanced. In contrast, Kiryu's storyline is more complex, focusing on his humanity and internal struggles. While the reflective moments are profoundly impactful, his story's conclusion feels somewhat unfulfilled, leaving a sense of dissatisfaction. Infinite Wealth's pacing is inconsistent, with the introduction of side activities sometimes disrupting the main narrative's flow. This design choice, while not entirely detrimental, becomes overbearing, especially when it clashes with the story's more intense moments. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth epitomizes the challenge of meeting diverse fan expectations. This ambitious entry skillfully balances legacy and innovation, but occasionally falters, resulting in a multifaceted narrative that excels in character development and thematic depth, but is marred by pacing issues and an incomplete conclusion. Despite these shortcomings, the game's combat enhancements and engaging side activities, set against the rich backdrops of Hawaii and Japan, create a compelling experience for all who play. For series enthusiasts, Infinite Wealth may not tick every box, but it stands as a heartfelt homage to the franchise's endearing narrative, offering a glimpse into its exciting future. Noisy Pixel is giving Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.